Crizotinib has a problem in France to do with access, because it's an interesting drug. It could be used on a lot of cancers, but it isn't being. What is it that you have been investigating?
You're absolutely right. Crizotinib is a targeted drug with several targets, and beyond non-small-cell lung cancer, it can be very active in other diseases. So this program is not only tackling an issue in France, it's tackling an issue over the globe. And we do have a proposal in France that could be interested for the other countries as well.
Right, so ALK-positive lung cancer is the obvious application for crizotinib, but it could be used elsewhere, like what?
Exactly. The indication is non-small-cell lung cancer with ALK translocation, but this alteration can be found in lymphoma, in pediatric tumors, in sarcomas, in colon cancer. We do have amplification of MET. So we have 15 malignancies which we know exhibit alteration of one of the 3 targets of crizotinib. Right. 15. And those malignancies, there is no indication. And if a patient has a MET amplification in his tumor, for example, a colon cancer, then the physician has no way but prescribe the drug off-label. And the program tackled this issue. Access to biomarker for those patients who could benefit from crizotinib, and access to the drug within a clinical trial, so it's safe, secured, and not off-label use by many doctors.
Right, now you established this by the work done, reported in your abstract here in Vienna. Tell me about that work. What did you do to establish these facts?
So the program set up, this is a program from the French National Cancer Institute, operated by Unicancer, and the program said once diagnosis, so over the last 2 years, 5,500 patients with a disease which potentially could have alteration of one crizotinib target have got a test. 5,000 and more than 12,000 tests have been done for these 5,000 patients in the 28 genetic platform working in France. This is an academic program, fully academic program. And out of these patients with a positive, we could propose them to participate in a clinical trial. And 130 patients participated to a clinical trial, different disease, different target, treated by crizotinib, which is looking at the activity of the drug in those patients with a disease expressing a target of crizotinib.
Now, how are you going to apply this knowledge in the real world? Because doctors need to have tests for the biomarkers that are readily available, and then those need to be accepted and become routine, don't they?
Absolutely, and you know that the tests are usually companion tests being approved with the drug that is targeted and targeting the indication. And more, it's not one test, one biomarker. More and more, we have the next generation sequencing. So patients will have a full analysis of 70 or 100 mutations in their tumors, and then it will be reimbursed in some countries. It should be paid by the patients in other countries. But then we will have information on the tumor of this patient with several targets. And the point is, how can we match the drug?
What are the main targets in the case of crizotinib? There's, of course, ALK-positive is one of them, MET's another, isn't it? What are the targets?
So there are 3 targets, ALK, MET, and ROS. And they can be either mutated, translocated, or amplified. And we are looking for oncogenic drivers, the Achilles heel of the tumor that could be one of these alterations.
How much of an improvement in cancer care for some of the other malignancies, not just non-small cell lung cancer, could you get potentially by using crizotinib when the biomarker target is there?
But you need to understand that it is a phase 2 trial. We are exploratory. We are asking the question, is crizotinib active in patients with a colorectal cancer and a MET amplification? And if yes, then additional data should be generated. We are searching for signal, and we are giving patients access to innovation when they have a disease which is advanced and likely to kill them.
Right. What's the message then, the practical message for cancer doctors right now about this whole area?
So clearly the message to the doctor is what was the message in France, because the program is open in 168 centers, which means that many oncologists and physicians taking care of patients with a cancer, when they do have an advanced malignancy, they can participate into the program and tell their patient, well, we will see whether or not your disease has the target of this drug. And if your disease as the target of this drug, then you can participate to this program.
Of course, as a broader issue, it's all part of a movement to get better individualization by searching for particular biomarkers in a whole range of cancers and a whole range of drugs, isn't it?
Absolutely. And this program is tackling the issue of information for a patient, drugs, and I cannot have the right to prescribe the drug. So we need to think, based on this program, how to set up a registry, how to collect information, to be sure that the patient receives a drug he could benefit from in a safe environment. And that's the key point. This program tackled the issue of off-label use and addressed the topic patient, advanced disease, molecular biomarker, access to the drug.
But you have other drugs, it's not just Crizotinib.
Absolutely, because it's only one project, it's a program. Access to innovation for patients. So AcSé Crizotinib is open, but we do have also AcSé Vemurafenib. So patients with a BRAF mutation, not a melanoma, and there are plenty of patients, plenty of disease with a BRAF mutation, can have access to BRAF testing and the drug. And we are preparing a third program to give access to pediatric patients to a large number of drugs. So it's really an initiative, not only a single test or single example, to really test the concept of access to biomarker, access to drug, generating evidence and providing patients a chance to benefit from a drug.